really is the man. In one corner, the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronx Deontay Wilder. The most terrifying knockout artist the sport has ever seen, with superhuman power and end fight with one punch. Across the ring, the undefeated lineal heavyweight champion, Tyson Fury, a rare combination of speed, power, and agility. The man who beat the man. Deontay Wilder, I want you next time. And who now must again rise to the challenge in order to cement his legacy as an
Yo.
The energy is building up. This is the time for everything to come out. This is unfinished business. Their first fight was the stuff of legends.
Waiting for a few people to get in here. D Block Express, what's up, man? It's been a long time. What's going on, bro? Dukin, what up? What up? Waiting for a few more people to get in here. Hit that like when you guys come in, man. Hit that like. Waiting for this weigh-in to start. Just got home from work. Thanks for hitting the like, man. Yeah, me too. I'm waiting for tomorrow too, man. I should be on here live tomorrow, covering the whole pay-per-view. My pops might be with me. I might have a couple of people here with me, so I'll be on here tomorrow. I'm gonna order the pay-per-view and everything, so I'm probably gonna have a couple people over. Watch this fight. Not sure why I think Fury rocked Wilder. I mean, might happen, man. You never know, man. This is boxing. Nothing really surprises me anymore with this sport. Hit that like as soon as you guys join up, man. Just sitting here watching the weigh-in, waiting for it to start. Gerald Washington and Charles Martin just went up, which is a good fight. I didn't even have a chance to talk about that fight. I like that fight. I think Charles Martin is going to pull it off, though. I think he just has a little bit more grit. Sound like Triple G, this is boxing. Yo, it's true. All right, here we go. I think Tyson Fury needs to come in like mid 250s tops. You know, I think he was 247 against Klitschko. I think he was 254 or something, like something around that when he fought Wilder in the first fight. What up, Wade? What up, Jonathan? What's going on, man? Tyson Fury's coming to the ring now, or he's coming to the stage at least. It looks crazy out there, man. Yo, I was looking at the tickets for this fight. They didn't go down at all, man. These tickets were very, very expensive. These are $1,000 tickets. They didn't let their foot off the gas for the tickets. I think I checked. Last time I checked was yesterday, maybe yesterday or the day before. Very, very expensive tickets for a fight. He's saying Fury's 270. I don't know if that's good, man. I think he needs to have his speed. Fury's up there. Yeah, I can't wait for this fight tomorrow. Who y'all got winning, man? Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Sharif, what's good? What's going on? I'm in Brooklyn all the time. I'm in Brooklyn all the time, man. Shout out to Brooklyn. Fury by unanimous decision. Wilder by KO. Mid-rounds. Wilder in 7. I got Wilder earlier than, well, not earlier because he didn't knock him out, but I got Wilder like later. I'm thinking like 9th, 10th round. Yeah, Wilder has definitely gotten better over the years, man. I mean, I've been making videos since 2013 about Deontay Wilder. He's gotten a whole lot better over the years. A lot better. You know? He's gotten a lot better. Wilder 6-round KO. I want to see what Fury is going to weigh. I'm expecting Wilder to weigh in, I don't know, about maybe 220. No more than 225. 220, 221. I think the first fight, I think he was like 213. I think he was too light in the first fight. He's gained weight since the Brazil fight, so I think he should be about 221, 225 tops. I don't think Fury can dance that long again. Wilder in 10. Well, if he weighs a lot more, he definitely won't. You know, I think if he is going to be putting on weight, it's probably because he wants to be a little bit more durable. But I don't think he's heavier. 270, they saying he's 270. I don't think he's 270. He's stepping up there now. I think Fury's going to be about 255, man. Maybe 250, maybe even less. See what he is. What is he? What is he? Oh, shit. He doesn't look like it. Well, he don't got his shirt on, but his arms look small. Oh, man. Oh, he's 273? Oh, man. What do you guys think is the plan behind that? Yeah, I know you guys are saying, I mean, I heard the rumor too, but I thought they were just saying that just to throw Wilder's team off. Wow, Wilder's 231. Oh, these guys are, wow. Yeah, he's almost 20 pounds more than what he, yo, this is crazy. What do you guys think about this, man? Yo, make sure you guys hit that like when you join up. Fury 2, not a good look. Oh, you think he's going to lean on Wilder? That's a good point. That's a good point. You know, there's a lot of things, you know, when I made my breakdown yesterday, there was a lot of things I meant to mention and I didn't forget about. That's the one thing about making these breakdowns and doing everything and not editing. I forget a lot of points. But I also wanted to talk about that. And I wanted to talk about him working more on the inside because Tyson Fury does have an inside game. And we didn't see any of that. So he is expected to lean on Wilder. I think that's a good point. Plus, he'll be more durable, you know, probably being heavier and stuff. I think he's going to be slower, though, man. That Wilder actually looks bigger. His arms look bigger now that they stand inside. We see in the side of them like this. Wilder's arms do look bigger. I think he might be a bit slower, though, man. Definitely think he's going to try to lean on Wilder and keep the fight inside. Possible. Possible. Very, very possible. Fury used to lean on his opponents and wear them out a lot. It's possible that he will do this in this fight. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember the Chisora fight, you know. I don't know if it's the first or second. Probably the first one, but I know he was leaning on him then. Why did I think that Wilder can win on points? Well, I said that because if Wilder made a few tweaks in this fight and he uses his jab a lot more and Fury is not as, you know, active, he's not throwing a lot of punches and stuff like that, And if Wilder knocks him down without knocking him out, then it's very possible that he wins on point. Let's just say Wilder does exactly what he did in the first fight. Let's say he drops Fury once or twice. You know, it's not like Fury hasn't been dropped before, and Wilder is made several adjustments to make him win rounds. He can win on points if he doesn't knock him out. Will he win on points without a knockdown? I doubt that. But would he win on points if he doesn't knock out Tyson Fury? Yeah, it's very possible. It could go any way. You know? You never know how the judges are going to see it too. You never know. You never know, you know? I mean, the fight was ruled a draw in the first fight. Just think about it. If he does exactly what he did again and does a little bit better, then he can win on points. Regardless of how I feel, I'm just talking about how the judges may see it. How do Wilder's legs look? I can't tell because he's wearing sweatpants. So I can't really, I couldn't really tell. I mean, Fury doesn't look that much heavier, but he is wearing a shirt. So I'm sure he has that little fat he be having over his trunks hanging out. I'm sure he's going to have that, but we'll see. We'll see. Think he's going to fight a Klitschko type of fight? It's possible. Even though he didn't fight like that against Klitschko, he could possibly fight like that. Klitschko fought like that against Povetkin. But we'll see. If you have a referee that's not allowing that leaning, it might not, if it depends on the ref. How the ref is gonna let that fight go, Cody, thank you. Good to see you too, bro. Make sure you guys hit the like as soon as you join up. Yeah, Mortal. I don't think Wilder is gonna win with no knockdowns and just simply outboxing him round and round and round. I'm thinking like I can see him dropping Fury again. Because Fury's been dropped, not only by him, but he's been dropped, I mean, I could see him, and especially if he's going to be more on attack. Fury believes that, I don't think he's going to get a second round knock, but I'm sure Fury and his team and that gym in particular, I'm sure they're going to be more offensive in this fight. So that's going to keep him, I'm sure it's a possibility that he may get hit a little bit more. And I'm not talking about the right hand, I'm just saying in general. So it's very possible that he might get caught and get back up and fight on, The fight is tomorrow. The fight is not today. This is a real 50-50, by the way, I think so. I feel if this weight, it noticeably hinders Fury's foot speed, this is going to be a short fight. Yeah, I don't know if it was a smart idea to do that, but Fury plans on leaning on him more. I mean, he definitely could have done that in the first fight because there were opportunities there to do it. I don't think he's going to just move and, just keep it an outside fight. I think he should do more work. I meant to say that in my breakdown yesterday. I think he should do more work on the inside. Why not? It's not like Wilder has a crazy inside game. It's not like he's dangerous on the inside. You still got to watch out for the right hand. When you're mid-range, you still got to, because he has a really quick, he hit Gerald Washington from close range with that right hand, but working on the inside and smothering Wilder some might be helpful for Fury, I didn't even hear that Wilder was getting booed. I mean, it is what it is, man. I seen a lot of British flags out there. The same thing happened with Floyd and Ricky Hatton. The same thing happened when I was out there when he fought Manny Pacquiao. Floyd's from Vegas, and he got booed really bad out there. I mean, you guys saw it on TV, Could we see a Harrison Charlo 2 strategy from Fury where he wants to push back against Wilder sometimes. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. We need a balance between Fury's and the first fight, Wilder fight, and the Schwartz fight. Absolutely. But he can't be switching lefty. I don't know if he's gonna be doing that, but I don't think he should do that in this fight. I think that'll be dangerous if he's gonna be switching back and forth from righty to lefty like he normally does. You know? Fury has definitely leaned on other fighters before. I've seen it. I don't mean in a way like Klitschko, but he definitely has leaned on other fighters he's faced before. If we take out the level of Schwartz as far as comp, Fury's style and approach in that, and it's the best I've seen. Yeah, because that's the level he's facing, you know. I say that fight. I say the Manuel Char fight. You know, I say the Derek Chisora rematch. You know, all of those kind of fights, yeah. What else? What are you guys saying? 270 abs. He's got no cardio for the second half fight. I think Wilder's gonna win, man. I'm just sticking with my, you know, there was a point earlier this week that I was thinking of changing my mind, but I think Wilder's gonna knock him out in the later half of the fight. I don't know which round, but I'm thinking like 9th, 10th round, maybe, you know. That's what I just think, you know. But you never know. I can see Fury there. I think this is a 50-50 fight. I thought about changing my prediction, but I think Wilder's gonna win. I don't know. Think Deontay looked good on the inside against that French guy, Duhapis. I don't remember too much of him being on the inside in that fight. I might have to go back and check it out, but you know, you might be right. British fans are so passionate. Yeah, man. I realized that when I went to the Joshua Ruiz fight. Everybody in there was in. I mean, listen, even before I walked into the arena that night, I was outside. Just hanging out. It was nice. It was beautiful out in the city. And just the bars around that, like that area, it was nothing but British fans all over the place. You know, I didn't see too many, you know, compared to Americans, you know, you just heard the accents all over the place. You know, it was a lot of people from the UK, all over the UK out there, you know, so they travel, you know. My dad called me about going to the fight. I said, did you see the tickets? You know, I mean, at least let's wait until they calm down and die down. Nope, tickets prices never drop. Like they're still very, very expensive. If you want good seats, you know, if you want the nosebleeds, they're affordable. But I seen not so good seats that was still costing like $500, you know, and that's not me. Like I'm all about going to fights and looking for some great seats, you know. You guys see the videos I post whenever I go to a fight, man. That's like the furthest. Some of the ones, if I'm not on the floor, I'll post videos of that same center location. If it's not that, I will not go to the fight, period. Yo, make sure you guys hit that like as soon as you join up, man. Let me know what you think about the weigh-in, Fury's weight, Wilder's weight. Let's catch up on some of these comments. Why has Wilder put on so much weight? Seems like to me he's changing winning strategy. Fury by KO. I don't know neither. I really don't know. I can understand from Fury's standpoint a little bit more, but for Wilder, I really don't know. You know, I don't really know. I really don't know. You know, I think Wilder wants to be quick. You know, I think he can knock people out lighter. So I don't know what is the point of doing that. You know, maybe he wants more power into his punches. That's what I'm assuming. You guys can let me know in the comments. I can see why Fury is doing it in a way, but I think it's more dangerous. I think for both, it leaves both vulnerable a little bit, you know, being that they both gain weight. I think Wilder should have just kept it down to maybe like 220, but that's him. You know, we'll see. We'll see. I don't even know if Wilder's been this heavy. I don't know the last time he's ever been. I don't know if this is the heaviest he's ever been. I gotta look that up. All right. I think it's smart to lean on Wilder and get them legs tired. Yeah, absolutely. You don't want Wilder to be as quick on his legs, you know. Fury leaned on Wilder for sure at the end. I expect, yeah, he definitely was. Good point. I do remember him doing that. I expect with fireworks in this fight. If Fury and Wilder want the trilogy, these guys are coming in like they about to bang. Well, it depends on how this fight go. I don't want to say I want a trilogy if the fight, if someone gets dominated. You know, if someone gets completely dominated, I don't want to see the fight a third time because it's like you just keep recycling the same fight when there's so many other heavyweights out here. You still have Joshua out here. You got this guy Dillian White. You know, you got a lot of guys out there. You got Andy Ruiz out there. You got other fighters out there that, you know, other fights we want to see. So if someone gets dominated, I don't really want to see a third fight, to be honest with you, you know, at least not right away, not an immediate third fight, you know. And, you know, if one of the guys start working their way back, pick up some couple wins, then yeah, then I would want to see a third fight. But as of right now, nah, you know, like I would more willing to see a Harrison Charlo 3 because one guy won one fight, the other guy was winning, you know, won the second fight. So I want to see a third fight, but even in that third fight, I don't even want to see that right away. You know, I want to see what Harrison go on and do. I want to see, you know, I just don't want to keep having the same fights when there's so many heavyweights out there, you know, that neither one of these guys fought yet. That's how I see it, you know. Wilder's power definitely comes from the outside. He's a power puncher, not an inside fighter. Absolutely. Was I there for one or two? No, I wasn't. I'm not sure which fight you're asking me about. Wilder weight 231. Fury get knocked out, bro. I think Wilder's gonna win regardless. I think he's gonna win tomorrow. All right, by knockout. Wilder doesn't have a crowd pleasing style. He has one or two good rounds. He's not active enough to me. Yeah, he's there to get the knockout. He's not there to win on points. That's just not his style, you know. Let's go Fury. If Wade Dad was there, he's be talking about the 20 pounds of added muscle. Yeah, he would be. Yeah, absolutely. That's him. That's what he was talking about that day. We had that disagreement. We usually disagree on boxing, but I think he likes to disagree with me too to make the videos more entertaining. You know, that's just him. Can Wilder land that bomb if it's on the inside? Also, conversely, can Fury stay totally focused for 36 minutes if he's trying to keep it an inside pressure fight? We'll see. We'll see. Good question though. You know, we'll see. You know, but if the fight stays that way, you know, I think Fury would be winning the majority. He's a bigger guy, taller guy, heavier guy, and has the better skill on the inside. You know, smother Wilder might be a good plan. I don't know if he should keep it that way the entire fight, but we'll see what's going to happen. Interesting weigh-in. Yes. Why Fundora so damn long? 230 is a good weight. Fury by TKO. 231 is a juggernaut Wilder. I'm scared for Fury with that weight, but they say he can move fast. But I don't know. It's more dangerous for Fury. I think since the Klitschko fight, I think it's clear that Fury is not as quick, in my opinion. You know, I think he lost some speed. I thought that was his lightest weight. I thought he was throwing a lot more punches than. I just thought he was just more smooth in that fight compared to his last recent fights. He looked really good against Tom Schwartz, but again, the level of opposition there, you know, he could do whatever you want when you fight a guy like that. Think Fury's gonna bust Wilder up with the jab, possibly. I think Fury will try to go from the first fight style of feints, movement, and jabs, and then switch between and fighting smothering style. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great plan for him. All right. Each Wilder rematch showed Wilder's improvements. Can't wait to see these. Yeah, I've made a point of that in the breakdown. Even though Fury has been involved in rematches, I think they weren't as significant as Wilder. Wilder fought better fighters in his rematches, and he did better in each rematch. Even though Stavern was just ridiculous rematch, but the Ortiz fight, he did better by stopping him earlier. All right, he lost all the rounds leading up to that, but it is what it is. He got the job done. 230 is still great shape for heavyweight, especially at 6'7". The heaviest Wilder been, I think, was 229. I would like to see how Wilder reacts if Fury forces him to fight on the inside. Maybe he'll try to mix in some uppercuts like the one he finished Ortiz with. That's the thing. Wilder actually, and I said this in a breakdown, Wilder actually has a good variety of punches. I don't know why he didn't use them in that fight. I think maybe he was just too anxious to get the knockout. I don't know if it was out of frustration. I don't know. But it is what it is. I want to see. Wait, they are heavyweights. They are heavyweights, people. That way is okay for their heights. Absolutely, but we're just comparing what we're used to seeing them at, and see if we're talking about whether or not it's going to make a difference. I'm sure that a guy that comes in 20 pounds heavier, I'm sure there's a reason behind it. I'm sure that's part of the plan, unlike the Andy Ruiz-Joshua rematch, all right? Does 231 take anything away from Wilder's athletic first step in terms of throwing his right? It could, or might not, He's still, for his height, he's still very slim, and I'm sure his legs aren't really that much bigger, even though we couldn't see him. But I can tell from watching it that his upper body is definitely bigger. I don't even think Fury's wife is going to be watching the fight because the first one, F them. I lost this comment. After her up, I don't think she believes he can win. Well, that's on them. Wilder's healthy at 231. Fury will get knocked out. I remember going from 190 to 200, and the power of my shots was significantly harder. Wilder's 231 seemed dangerous. Fury at 270 seemed shaky to me, but we will see. All right. Let me push it up some. Again, there's a lot more people here. Listen, we got 161 viewers right now. Let's get some more likes. If you guys can hit the like button, appreciate it. Hit that like. This is a lot of comments. I'm not going to be able to catch up. What time is it Wilder Fury expected to walk in? I actually don't know. I'm assuming that, being at the pay-per-view is probably like around 9. These guys are probably not going to walk out until like midnight, You know how it is. You got the undercard, and we're going to go into the final fight. So it really depends on how the undercard goes. I will definitely be here tomorrow to discuss the fight, cover the fight live. Might be, hopefully maybe a little after 9, I'll be here. But I'm going to order the pay-per-view, and I will be covering the fight live. So if you guys want to come back tomorrow, I will be here covering the fight like I normally do. And yeah, I'm not going to show the fight, but I'll be on here live. All right. I'm really excited about the fight. Now, question, since we all here and we're talking about it, the winner of this fight tomorrow. All right. And I'm saying if the winner is a clear winner, hopefully we get a knockout. Hopefully we get a knockout so we don't have any debates. If there's a clear winner or a unanimous decision or a knockout, how do you guys feel about who's number 1 in the heavyweight division? Are they going to be officially the number one to you guys? What do you guys think? Fury wins, Wilder wins. Are they the number one in the heavyweight division, or is Joshua the number one? Let me know in the comments right now. Go. Joshua, still number one. Joshua he has all the belts. He doesn't have all of them. He doesn't have the WBC, and he won't be lineal. If Wilder actually wins against Fury, he will be lineal on top of having the WBC, I believe. All right, the winner of this fight is number one. Another one winner is number one. It depends on how they win. I agree. I think it depends on how they win. I think if it's a clear win, I think you can crown the new winner if it's a clear win. You know, I know a lot of people has been talking about Joshua losing to Ruiz, have removed him automatically, even though Joshua won the rematch. That loss has still removed them completely from being number one right now. I disagree with that. You know, I think coming back and claiming your belts back is good. You know, he won the second fight clearly, regardless of what shape Andy Ruiz came in. So I give him credit. And people talk A-side. You know, you losing a fight. When it comes to A-side, the A-side is all about cash cow and stuff like that, who's bringing more revenue. And I don't like to talk about that. I think that's a different conversation than who's the best at the division. I think the best and who's the cash cow A-side are two totally different conversation. I think the cash cow thing is based more on revenue, you know, purses, all that stuff. And I think, you know, who's the best is a totally different conversation. All right. I think if the winner of this fight is a clear winner, I think that would be the best win on any heavyweight resume right now. The best single win. I think that Joshua consistently fought better fighters. I think Fury fights the lowest opposition in between the best fights. You know, he'll fight Klitschko, won against Klitschko, great win. He was the first one to beat Klitschko. But in between those fights, the opposition wasn't that great. T. Scott, appreciate the donation, bro. Thank you. Salute. I think, what was I saying? Let me backtrack. I think that Fury always took the lowest opposition between the three, in between the good fights. Not bad fighters, but I think out of the three, I was least impressed with him. But he beat Klitschko. And if he is to beat Deontay Wilder, a lot of people feel that he won the first fight, but it was a draw. If he is to beat Deontay Wilder and clearly beat him, having Klitschko and having Wilder on your resume trumps what Anthony Joshua has. You know, maybe not as a collective, maybe, you know, I don't know how people are going to view it, but I would think that's better. And if Wilder is the first to beat Fury, and if it's clear or if it's by knockout, I think that's a better win than any win that Joshua has on his resume. That is a better win. You know, Luis Ortiz, good win, but not enough. You know, not enough to say that he's the best. But having a win over Tyson Fury, being the first to beat Tyson Fury, would be a great accomplishment. You know, but still, at the end of the day, Joshua has consistently, since he became champion, or since, you know, since I don't know what his first step up, since Dillian White, because Dillian White at that time was undefeated too, but Dillian White was more of a prospect just like he was. So since Dillian White or around that time, he's consistently fought good fighters. Whereas I can't say the same for these two. These two, like, you know, they fight a guy that's all right. They fight a guy like some of the guys that Fury and Wilder have fought in the past, you know, 5 years or so would be laughable if Joshua were to fight them, right? Not even 5 years. I could take it back 3 years. You know, if Joshua fought Chris Arreola at that stage, people would have laughed at Joshua, you know, but it was okay for Wilder. Same thing with Fury. Fury fought guys like Tom Swartz, you know, or whoever. if Joshua fought Tom Schwartz next fight, people, go crazy, So that's how I feel about that. But I think if it's a clear win, that would trump any win over Joshua. That doesn't mean that it's going to be 50-50 or anything like that, but I think that would make a good case for it to be 50-50. I believe that. I'm cool. I don't really care what they settle on. I don't really give a damn. They can decide on whatever. I just want to see the winner of this two fight Joshua at some point, if Joshua is still champion. All right. That's my view on it all. I know I talked for a while. I know you guys been leaving messages and everything. But yeah, man. Fury has Duck Rivas. I mean, Fury didn't fight a lot of people, man. He didn't fight a lot of people. There's a lot of people he didn't face. Some of it is not his fault, though. He was supposed to fight David Haye. David Haye, that was on him. He's claiming these injuries. He fake retired at one point, It is what it is. But he got some decent guys there. Wilder got some good names now. But I just think Joshua overall has a better resume. But after winning the winner of this fight, so if they win clearly, it's going to be really hard to make a case for Joshua having a better win. Joshua doesn't have any wins that's greater than Fury or Wilder at this moment. I don't believe so. What you guys chatting about? Aaron, appreciate it, bro. James Harden wave. Yeah, I know. My mom called me. My mom watched my videos, by the way. She's probably watching this right now. She called me. She didn't even know my beard was that thick right now. But yeah, man, just growing it out. Just having a little fun, something different, Yeah. What do you guys think of the undercard? What do you think of Charles Martin against Gerald Washington? Do you guys care? Do you guys give a damn, or do you guys, think it's a good fight? I think it's a solid fight. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a fight that makes sense. I like Gerald Washington. I don't think he's like. I think he's like top 20, maybe. Same with Charles Martin. I think they're like top 20 towards the end of that, though. But they're both good. I think maybe top 20, maybe top 25. But Karnatsky beat both of them. He stopped Washington. Washington has bad conditioning. He needs to work on that. His condition is not so great. So I think Charles Martin's going to pressure him some at some point. I think Gerald's going to win maybe the first few rounds. But I think once he slows down, I think Martin just has more grit, man. And I think at some point Martin's going to turn it up, I mean, if you watch his fight against Karnowski, he just did way more. He did much better than what Gerald Washington did. Like Gerald Washington can't beat no top level pressure fighters at all. So if you put pressure, if you try to stay on the outside and box with him, Charles Martin's going to lose if he don't apply no pressure. But if Gerald, if Martin starts putting on the pressure and starts fighting the way that he had to fight Karnowski, he's gonna beat Gerald Washington, man. The undercard is horrible. I'll be watching the Nevada caucus results until the main event starts. Yeah, it might be good though. You never know, man. Hopefully the fights are good. Not no big names, but what trainer do I like the best? Like in general, or this fight? In general? I don't know, man. I've been asked this before. I don't know. I really don't have a favorite, man. I really don't have a favorite, To be honest with you, there's a few I like. I really don't have a favorite. You know, I would really have to really be in there to know what these fighters are doing. You know, preparing for a fight. I would have to really know for me to say that. I don't know. I don't. It's so many ones that I like. I really don't know. You know, damn, I'm really trying to think now. I do like Buddy McGirt though. I'll tell you right now, like in recently, not just watching him. I like what he says in the corner. I know there's a lot of people that I like what they say in the corner, but I like listening to Buddy. I like the instructions he give in his fights. I like Buddy McGirt. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't have like a favor or anything like that. And this fight here, I don't know, man. Wilder kind of just does what he does. So, you know, I got to see what happens in the fight to answer that question. You know, like Fury got a new trainer. I mean, he's not new, but I mean, it's the first time him working with Fury. So I kind of want to just wait and see how I go. You know, I really don't have a I really don't know. You know, I know Fury got a lot of changes. He got Stitch Duran that's going to be his cut man, which is great for him with the cut. I think the cut is a major key in this fight. You know, Martin knocks Washington out in 4. I don't think I'll be that early, but I'm saying I'm thinking like 8th, 9th round. I think later in the fight he's going to stop Washington. Late though. Wave, when am I coming to Australia, man? Australia has always been on a list for me to go travel to. I just haven't had the time to go. But I would like to go out there. I'll definitely be going out there at some point. There's so many places that I want to go to before I even go to Australia. But that's definitely high up there. I think that is in my top 10 places that I want to actually travel to. Do I think Wilder put on a weight by purpose? Or is it possibly just him getting older and metabolism? Nah, I think the weight is definitely part of the game plan, whatever their game plan is. All right, Wilder's going in there for blood. He's going in there to try to kill this dude. So I'm sure that's probably why. You know? Yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to discuss. I got a couple of videos that I want to discuss. I want to talk about a few things. There's a couple of videos I still haven't done that I want to put out. So I'm going to do that in a short time. I got Wilder by KO. Late in the fight. I think Wilder's going to win. Not really rooting for anybody, though. Just want to get a good fight. I just want to... what's important to me is if it goes to decision, I just want it to be a clear... I don't want it to be no bullshit, man. I don't want it to be no robbery. I just wanted a clear, smooth... Like everybody's watching, know who the winner is, and the judges do the right thing. That's all I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about anything else, but it being a good fight, and whatever the outcome is a clear outcome, and the right man goes home the winner, at least from the general public. You know, most people agree, you know, such and such win, you know. You got Fury knocking out Wilder in the 6th or 7th. That would be crazy, man. A lot of people saying Wilder by knockout. If Wilder actually gets knocked out, bro, by Tyson Fury, damn. YouTube is going to go crazy. Oh, man, that's going to be crazy. Man. Do you guys think the hype is real now? That's a question I wanted to ask you guys. I made a video last week basically talking about the hype behind the fight. I think the hype is real. What do you guys think is going to do in pay-per-view? That'll be the last thing we talk about here. What is the pay-per-view prediction? How many buys? I got 600. My pick is 670,000 views. That was my pick in the video I did last week. That is my magic number, 670,000. I think the minimum, all right, that is acceptable for this fight is 500,000. I think at the absolute worst, it should not be less than 500,000 buys. It should not absolutely not be less than 500,000. But the number I'm going for is 670,000 views, pay-per-view buys. That is my number. All right. That's my number. All right. Let's see what you guys got. We got 1 million. We got 800K, 1 million, 600K, 750K, 1.2 million, 1.1 million, 800K. If it isn't 1 mil, it's a bust. Wow. I mean, listen, they've been promoting it hard. And people that are not boxing fans know about this fight. Everybody, I feel like here in America, at least here, well, I live in New York, so I feel like everybody I know knows about the fight, you know, and I've seen it on TV enough. You know, it's not fair because I'm a boxing fan, so I'm probably going to notice it more. I know my mom asked me about it, and she doesn't follow boxing at all, you know, so she asked me about it. What's this big fight that's going on this weekend? She asked me about the fight, so I think that's a good thing if my mom knows about the fight. Anthony Joshua being ringside at the fight is a major statement to me. I made a video a long time ago about these two, and this was in the mix of making these arguments about Joshua and Wilder. And I just feel that there are certain parts of me that I believe, this is my own personal belief, on both ends, that I feel that both fighters really don't want the fight. Okay. I think they want it, but they don't want it as bad as other fighters that have rivalries really want it. You know, a lot of stuff has been done over social media, and I don't like that. You know, I'm just not a fan of that. You know, I like when fighters are really making it clear they want to fight. Like they showing up at wherever their opponent wants, you know, like Lara coming up during Canelo's press conference is showing me that you really want to fight somebody. I don't believe that Wilder or Joshua has really showed that they want to fight each other. They're just doing like just enough to get their fans to make an argument for them, but not really showing. You know, I just feel that on both ends. You know, I didn't like when Wilder was out in the UK when Joshua was fighting Klitschko, and it was like there was no real exchange between the two. You know, it was just like real friendly still at that point. And Wilder was more like with talking to Tony Bellew. I didn't like that. But at the same time, I feel like Joshua should really come, and he has not come to any Wilder fights. And I don't like that neither. You know, I don't like that. You know, I didn't like the bullshit. He has a order of protection against me, or a restraining order. Like, we know he doesn't have a restraining order on you, bro. Like, why are you even saying that? Like, you know, a restraint, like a real one? Come on. Like, I think that both fighters have not done enough. I think if Joshua comes ringside, sits there, and that would be dope. Like, I want to see these guys at least be in the same space and look at each other. You know, I don't even care if they, I don't understand how they never really engage each other face to face. I think that's ridiculous. After all these years, you're telling me that Joshua and Wilder has never actually engage in any way. You know, like Fury coming to Wilder's fight against Spilka. Fury came to the Wilder's fight and got in the ring and got in his face and talked trash. You know, Povetkin was there, all these fighters from around the world, and we haven't seen one really actually. I mean, Wilder was out there for the Klitschko fight, but at that time, there was no beef. It was like they acknowledged each other, and it was nothing at that time. There was no real energy. It wasn't until after the Klitschko fight when everything started to change and this whole YouTube war started. You know, I think when you really want to fight somebody, you make it known. You don't want to say like, oh, this guy did this, or this guy sent an offer, or this guy sent an offer through Instagram, or this guy sent them emails. He turned it down, this, that, you know, like shit like that. It's not like truly proving that you want to fight somebody. You want to fight somebody you thinking about, you like Aaron Pryor was with Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying? You want to really show that you want to fight a guy. You know, we really want to show that you don't like a person. And I think that's the new generation of things. It's like everything is done through social media. It's like the safe way of doing shit, you know, and I don't like that. I just don't like how that's done. That's not really proving you want to fight someone. And it's not just those two, it's everybody. It's everybody. You know, I was going to make a video about David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. And you know, like all this time, I'm thinking that Benavidez is the one that's really trying to push a fight. But then based on what was put out on the internet today on Plant, his promoter is saying that this fight is not going to even happen this year. And I'm thinking like, damn, like what's going on? I thought David Benavidez was more the guy that was more willing to want to fight, just between the two. I mean, I didn't have no proof of that, but just based on how they both talk, you know? And I don't know, man. It's just like, it kind of is corny to me because they're both Instagramming each other. Like, why are you guys Instagramming each other? Like, I want you guys to really show up at the fight. Dillian White, another thing. Dillian White is saying so much shit on the internet right now. But Dillian White should be right there ringside. Like, I don't understand why these guys are not showing up. If you really want to fight a dude, like, you know what I think is real? I like Derek Chisora. And Derek Chisora is, if he don't like you, he does not, I don't know. He's going to come at you and he's going to make it known. He's going to show up. And I like that. He doesn't act it out. And I feel like we're missing that in the sport, not just in the heavyweight division, but in the sport. You know, I know I missed a lot of comments, man, but I just had to get that out because I think the problem with people on here, not just YouTube, but boxing fans, I think boxing fans are so extreme, first of all. They're very, very extreme. I like a lot of other sports. You know, I've had these debates with, you know, especially with basketball. Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, all these people. But boxing fans are so extreme. Like, if you like one particular fighter, you can't like the rival at all. You can't give them any credit. No matter what they do, you will never give them credit. You love them that much that you cannot give them credit for anything they do or any flaw that fighter does, even if it contradicts whatever you said before in the past, you will never say it. Like, you know, you could literally defend the fighter the day before about something. The next day, he could do the total opposite of what you were defending him for, and you will never bring it up. You'll stay quiet. I've seen a lot of channels do that. A lot of channels. You know, and I'm like, you know what? That's when I just stopped listening. I'm like, you know, bro, you know what? It is what it is. It's crazy like that, you know? Well, that has the best chance. Never been. If you guys are just showing up, I see a lot of you guys. I'm reading a lot of you guys asking me who I think is going to win the fight. I think Wilder's going to win the fight. I think Wilder's going to win by knockout, you know? I I don't care about, I'm not afraid about being wrong. You know, it's not even about me liking him better or anything like that. I just legit think that Wilder's going to win. If I had to pick a winner and it's a 50-50 fight, and whenever it's a 50-50 fight, I go with what I see and and how I feel on both. And when it's a 50-50, I do say it based on how I feel. My first thought in the rematch is that based on how that fight ended, I'm going to go with Wilder. You know, I'm not putting up money for this, but if money was involved, I'm going with Wilder. He's the guy to go with. He's the safe fighter to go with. Fury, I just don't know. New trainer, cut over his eye, weight, you know, gaining weight. I really don't know with Fury. You know, I don't know. You know, I got to see it to believe it. And I said this in the video prediction yesterday. I said, if Fury had never retired, you know, Fury kept himself together, it doesn't matter what point he fought Wilder. I think if Fury was still the Fury he was the night he fought Klitschko, he would have definitely beat any version of Wilder, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. All right. But now I don't know. You know, he's still very good. He's got himself back together, which is great. But I just believe that Wilder tomorrow is going to beat Tyson Fury. That's just how I see it, you know. You know. All right, what you guys talk about? I don't bet. No, I don't gamble. You know, I don't gamble. I don't gamble. Just not a gambler. You know, I should, because, you know, if I gambled on every single fight, I'm gonna make money 90% of the time. You know, because I'm wrong. You know, people say I'm wrong on predictions. Yeah, I'm wrong. You only acknowledge the predictions I'm wrong, but if you really think about it, there's a lot of fights that I call that I don't do videos on. You know, just if we just basing on every single fight, I'm right 90% of the time. You know, I've been right on some draws on this channel. I call a lot of good ones, but I've been wrong on a lot of ones too. You know. I do like picking the underdog, though. I think that screws me up sometimes. I've given breakdowns and picked. I've given predictions based on the underdog winning, just because I just like picking the underdog sometimes. I do. All right. Yeah, watching a fight you have money on is blast. Yo, it is. It's scary too at the same time. If it's real money, that can really affect you, then it could be a little bit nervous, you know. But it does. It is fun. It is fun. I haven't. I mean, I might place like a personal friend, like a friendly bet with friends or something. We watch a fight. You on the spot. I might say, hey, you know, again, you know, I bet I'm not gonna say the amount, but I'll throw a number out there, you know. But friendly bets like that, yeah. But I don't really like gamble. Like, nah, I don't. You know, because you win a few, and then like I have friends that gamble heavy, like big money. We're talking like thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, and they are addicted to it. And I don't want to ever be like that, because you can get like that if you're winning. And it's like you start winning, you're like, oh shit, I can keep doing this. You know, I'm just not my thing. All right. Do I think Fury can knock out Wilder? I will say this, and I said this yesterday. I think anything is possible for this rematch. If Fury wins by knockout decision, I will not be shocked. I will not be shocked at all, because I'm looking at it like, yo, Fury has proven that he can make Wilder miss all night. All he has to do is make him pay, counter him, put some power into those punches, and you never know. You know, he's heavier. You never know. But I also believe that, obviously, if Wilder wins by knockout, I don't think anyone would be surprised. But if Wilder wins by decision, you know, based on him dropping Fury a couple times again, I wouldn't be surprised either. You know, I don't know what to think because there's a lot of things going on that's new here. Fury got a new corner this time around. He weighs a lot more. You know, Wilder is heavier this time. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe he shouldn't have weighed so much. I have no idea what to know. I do know that this is a 50-50 fight, though. Absolutely. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna try to drop a couple more videos tonight if I can, just talking about other things outside of this fight. But I will be back tomorrow. All right, I will be back tomorrow covering this fight live. So make sure you be on the lookout for that. I don't know if I'm gonna have my dad with me or people here, but I'm definitely ordering the pay-per-view, and I will be here tomorrow. I know there's a lot of channels that's gonna be covering the fight. Shout out to Andrew Tucker. I saw you in here earlier. Shout out to you. I'm sure he's gonna be covering it. I know Showbiz covers the fight. He covers a fight. He gets a lot of heavy volume on his channel. So I know there's a lot of channels, but if you want to hear, you want to have some fun, we're gonna have a couple of drinks. If you want to hear a round by round, second every punch thrown, I'm definitely gonna deliver that for you like I normally did. If you can't watch the fight, but you want to hear someone give you a great commentary of what actually is happening, I will give you that tomorrow. All right. And we're going to have a little fun leading up to that. All right. So I will be back here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.